Imagine pouring your heart into a vase that's already full. That's the plight of many men. The moment a woman shows a hint of warmth, they're like moths to a flame. But ask yourself, is this pursuit worthy of your dignity? A gentle smile or a casual conversation isn't a proclamation of love. The true embarrassment lies in pursuing someone who, behind closed doors, wishes you'd simply vanish. Reflecting on my own journey, I recall the times I invested my emotions in women who had no interest in returning them. They sought escape while I clung on, a spectacle of desperation. In hindsight, the indicators were glaringly obvious. She wasn't just disinterested, she was distant, and in her private moments, my misguided pursuit was likely a source of amusement. When we fail to honor our own worth, we inadvertently don the jester's hat. However, my intention isn't to see you suffer or become the butt of a cruel joke. That's precisely why, here on Stoic in Your Life, we're delving into the 11 unmistakable signs she's just not that into you. It might sting to face these truths, but the temporary discomfort you'll endure through this video is a small price to pay. It's a shield safeguarding you from the far deeper wounds inflicted by unreciprocated affection. She avoids eye contact. Understanding the nuances of human interaction can often feel like navigating through a labyrinth, especially when it comes to deciphering the signs of interest, or lack thereof, from someone we're drawn to. The ancient Stoics, with their profound understanding of human emotions and behaviors, might not have directly addressed modern dating woes, but their teachings offer a timeless framework for interpreting and responding to such situations with grace and resilience. One such nuanced sign is the avoidance of eye contact, a powerful form of non-verbal communication that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. Eye contact can be a bridge connecting two souls, signaling interest, confidence, and a desire for deeper connection. It's a silent language that says, "I see you, I'm here with you, and you have my full attention." However, when a woman consistently avoids eye contact, it might be a clear indication that she's not emotionally or romantically invested. This avoidance can manifest in various ways. She might quickly look away when your eyes meet, divert her attention to anything but you during conversations, or seem perpetually distracted, rarely meeting your gaze directly. This behavior transcends mere shyness. It's a subconscious signal that the emotional and romantic currents are not flowing in your direction. It's crucial to recognize that this isn't a reflection of your worth, but rather a mismatch of feelings or expectations. The Stoics would advise us to observe these signs with detachment and understand that we cannot control the feelings or actions of others, only our reactions to them. They would encourage us to look inward, focusing on our self-worth and the understanding that not every connection we seek will lead to the depth of intimacy we desire. This realization, while it may sting, is not a defeat, but an opportunity for growth and self-reflection. It's a chance to practice the Stoic principle of amor fati, loving our fate and embracing whatever life throws at us, including the unrequited affections as part of our journey. In this context, let's consider the allegory of the archer from Stoic philosophy. The archer pulls back his bow with the intention of hitting the target, but once the arrow is released, it's beyond his control. The wind might shift, the target might move, or a myriad of other factors could intervene. Similarly, we can express our interest and show up as our best selves, but the outcome, whether or not someone is interested in return, is not in our hands. This teaches us about the importance of focusing on our efforts and intentions, rather than being solely fixated on the outcome. So, if you find yourself in a situation where the person you're interested in avoids eye contact, take it as a cue to reflect and reassess. Consider it an opportunity to practice acceptance and to redirect your energy towards personal growth and connections that are reciprocated. Remember, every experience, no matter how challenging, carries with it a lesson and a chance to evolve. The Stoic journey is not about avoiding pain or disappointment, but about learning how to transform it into wisdom and strength. In the grand tapestry of life, these moments of unreciprocated interest are mere threads that add depth and complexity to our story. They teach us resilience, help us to clarify what we truly seek in a partner, and remind us of the importance of mutual interest and connection in forming meaningful relationships. Flakiness. Understanding the subtle cues of interest, or the lack thereof, can be as challenging as navigating a labyrinth in the dark. One such cue, emblematic of disinterest, is flakiness. Imagine you've mustered the courage to invite someone out, and they agree, sparking a flicker of hope. Yet as the day approaches, they cancel. Now, it's essential to remember that life is an unpredictable journey, filled with unforeseen events that can derail even the most steadfast plans. A single cancellation does not a pattern make, and it's in the aftermath that the true colors show. If the person is genuinely interested, they will not only offer a sincere apology, but will also take tangible steps to reschedule, demonstrating that the missed opportunity is a loss for them as much as it is for you. This effort to mend the disappointment is a testament to their interest and respect for your time. Conversely, a pattern of cancellations without the courtesy of an apology or the initiative to reschedule speaks volumes. It's a silent message, echoing the harsh truth that perhaps their interest does not mirror your own. This behavior is a clear indicator of apathy, a sign that they are unconcerned with the prospect of wasting your time. It's a bitter pill to swallow, recognizing that the person you're interested in does not value your time or company enough to make a genuine effort. Let's draw upon the allegory of the fox and the grapes from Aesop's fables. The fox, after many attempts to reach the grapes hanging high above, finally gives up and remarks that the grapes were probably sour anyway. This story mirrors the emotional journey of grappling with flakiness. Initially, there's the effort and hope of connection, followed by the disappointment of cancellation. Ultimately, there might come a realization that perhaps the connection was not as desirable as it seemed if it's fraught with such disregard for one's feelings and time. This scenario is not just about missed dates or changed plans. It's a reflection of how we value ourselves and the relationships we pursue. It's a lesson in recognizing when our efforts are not being reciprocated and the importance of investing our time and energy in connections that are mutually respectful and fulfilling. The Stoic philosophy teaches us the value of understanding what is within our control and what is not. In this context, we cannot control the actions and feelings of others, but we can control how we respond to them. It encourages us to reflect on our self-worth and to seek relationships that enhance our lives rather than diminish them. In conclusion, flakiness can be a painful but clear indicator of someone's lack of interest. It's a sign for us to reassess our expectations and to consider whether our emotional investment is being placed in the right hands. The lesson here is not just about moving on from unreciprocated interest, but about valuing oneself enough to recognize when it's time to walk away. It's about understanding that our time and affection are precious and should be reserved for those who appreciate and reciprocate them. In the journey of life, let us strive to surround ourselves with people who respect us, value our time, and are eager to share their lives with us just as we are with them. You're texting more than her. Discerning the level of someone's interest can often feel like navigating through a labyrinth in the dark. It's a journey fraught with mixed signals, unspoken feelings, and, at times, stark realizations. The first sign that might indicate she's not as invested in this budding relationship as you are can be seen in your communication patterns, particularly in texting. Consider this. Communication is the lifeblood of any connection. It's where thoughts intertwine, emotions are shared, and bonds are either strengthened or revealed to be fragile. In the realm of texting, this is even more pronounced. Women, known for their expressive nature and rich conversational skills, often pour their hearts out through words when they're genuinely interested. They craft messages like an artist paints on a canvas, with each word a stroke of emotion and intent. So when you find yourself consistently sending more messages, initiating conversations more frequently, or receiving replies that are as cold and brief as a winter's day, it's a stark canvas displaying her disinterest. It's a bitter pill to swallow, realizing that your messages might be just one of the many she receives, your words a mere whisper in the cacophony of her social symphony. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This resonates profoundly in such situations. If your texts are met with minimal enthusiasm, if your digital presence is acknowledged with the bare minimum of engagement, it might be time to step back and reassess. It's not about the quantity of your messages or the depth of your words. It's about the reciprocity of the exchange. A conversation is a two-way street, and if you're the only one driving the car, you're not on a journey together. You're merely taking a solo trip to a destination where she might not want to arrive. In this modern age where digital communication often precedes face-to-face interactions, understanding these subtle cues is crucial. It's about reading between the lines, understanding that sometimes silence speaks louder than words, and brevity might be a sign of disinterest rather than just a style of communication. It's about recognizing that you deserve someone who eagerly awaits your messages, who responds with the same enthusiasm with which you reach out. So take a moment to reflect. If you find yourself in this position, remember that it's not a reflection of your worth, but rather a sign that this connection might not be the one you're meant to explore. As you navigate through these waters, let the wisdom of the Stoics guide you. Embrace the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. In the grand tapestry of life, every experience, every interaction is a thread that contributes to the richness of your story. Some threads might be brief, others long and intricate, but each one adds depth and color to your journey. In conclusion, if you're texting more than her, if your words are met with indifference or scant attention, it might be a sign that her interest lies elsewhere. Take this not as a defeat, but as a valuable lesson. It's an opportunity to realign, to refocus, and to find someone whose words dance with yours in the beautiful symphony of shared connection and mutual interest. After all, the right person will reflect your effort, match your enthusiasm, and cherish your presence, both in the digital world and beyond. She's on her phone around you. Next, we're focusing on a sign that's all too common yet often misinterpreted, when she's constantly on her phone around you. This behavior is not just about the distraction, it's a profound indicator of where her interest and respect levels lie concerning your presence. It's tempting to rationalize this by imagining she's engaged in something vitally important, perhaps envisioning her as a busy businesswoman whose attention is constantly demanded elsewhere. However, the stark reality we must face is that more often than not, her focus is elsewhere because she chooses for it to be. She might be scrolling through social media, catching up on the latest gossip, or texting someone else. But the underlying message is clear. Her priority is not the moment she's sharing with you. This realization might sting, but it's a crucial wake-up call. The Stoics, with their profound understanding of human behavior and emotion, would advise us to confront this reality with both grace and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote beautifully encapsulates the approach one should take in such situations. It's not about controlling or demanding her attention. It's about recognizing what you can control, your reaction and your next steps, the most dignified response, calmly excusing yourself from the situation. This isn't an act of defeat, but a powerful statement of self-respect and an acknowledgement of your worth. It's about understanding that your time and presence are valuable, and if they're not being appreciated as they should be, it's perhaps time to redirect them where they will be. This scenario, while specific, speaks volumes about the broader dynamics of human interaction and the importance of mutual respect and interest in any relationship. It's a reminder that being present with someone is a choice that speaks to the value we place on that person and the shared moment. When that presence is compromised, it's a signal worth paying attention to, not just in romantic relationships but in all forms of human connection. The Stoics teach us the importance of perception, and the power of responding to disrespect or disinterest, not with bitterness or anger, but with a composed understanding of our worth and the courage to walk away from situations that don't serve us. In navigating these waders, it's essential to remember that the goal isn't to point fingers or wallow in self-pity, but to use these experiences as stepping stones towards personal growth and better relationship dynamics in the future. It's about learning to recognize the signs of genuine interest and respect, and valuing your own time and emotional investment enough to know when it's time to step back. This journey of understanding and self-respect is not always easy, but it's a path worth walking. It's a process of becoming more attuned to the subtleties of human behavior and, more importantly, becoming more attuned to your own worth and the standards you set for how you're treated by others. As we wrap up this segment, let's reflect on the importance of presence, respect, and mutual interest in any relationship. Let's remember that while we cannot control how others value our time and presence, we have the utmost control over how we respond and the boundaries we set for ourselves. In the words of Stoic philosopher Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This wisdom encourages us to face situations like these, not with resentment, but with a clear understanding of our worth and the knowledge that sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is choose where we invest our presence and energy. Let this be a lesson in valuing ourselves and the quality of the connections we choose to nurture in our lives. Pretending. In the intricate dance of human connection, the art of discerning interest, or the lack thereof, can often feel like navigating through a labyrinth without a map. Now we delve into a particularly telling sign: the act of pretending. It's a nuanced behavior, one that speaks volumes about the intentions and feelings of the person we might be pursuing. This exploration is not just about understanding the dynamics of romantic interest, but also about fostering a deeper comprehension of human behavior and communication. Pretending, in the context of romantic interest, manifests in various forms. It's an age-old tactic, one that's employed when direct honesty feels too daunting, or direct rejection too harsh. For instance, the classics, "I have a boyfriend," or the modern equivalent of, "Sorry, I fell asleep," when a message goes unanswered. These are not just words. They are shields wielded to protect oneself from the discomfort of confrontation. It's crucial to recognize that this behavior isn't exclusive to any gender. It's a human response to uncomfortable situations. However, societal norms and expectations often pressure women into adopting these indirect methods of communication. The notion that lies can be a female's best friend is a provocative statement. Yet, it underscores a deeper societal observation rather than a literal truth. It reflects on the societal pressures that mold women's communication strategies, often encouraging indirectness as a form of politeness or self-protection. When a woman expresses disinterest through evasion, such as the non-committal "I'll let you know," or the evasive "I'll have to check my calendar," it's a signal worth paying attention to. It's not an indictment of her character, but a reflection of the complex dance of social interactions, where directness often takes a backseat to tact. However, it's essential to approach this understanding with nuance. The busyness of life is real, and commitments can indeed be pressing. Yet, there's a discernible difference in behavior when genuine interest is present. The Stoics remind us through the words of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This wisdom invites us to observe not just the actions of others, but our responses to those actions. When someone prioritizes us, their actions align with their words and excuses fall away, revealing a clear path of mutual interest and respect. The concept of the high-value man and the alpha male taps into the idea of assertiveness and decisiveness being attractive traits. However, it's crucial to transcend these labels and recognize the core principle. Mutual respect and genuine interest transcend games of pretense and power dynamics. A relationship built on honesty and mutual respect, where both individuals feel valued and prioritized, stands on a much firmer foundation than one rooted in societal constructs of dominance and submission. In the grand tapestry of human relationships, understanding and navigating the signs of disinterest is a skill that requires not just attention, but empathy. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" This introspective approach encourages us to reflect on our behaviors and the expectations we place on others. It's a call to practice empathy, to understand the reasons behind someone's actions, and to approach our interactions with a blend of wisdom, patience, and openness. In conclusion, the act of pretending, while seemingly a simple defense mechanism, opens up a labyrinth of psychological and societal insights. It challenges us to look beyond the surface, to question the why behind the what, and to approach our relationships with a blend of Stoic wisdom and compassionate understanding. As we navigate through the ebbs and flows of human connections, let us strive to be architects of honesty, builders of respect, and navigators of the complex yet rewarding journey of understanding one another. Talks about other men. When it comes to discerning romantic interest or the lack thereof, the signs can often be nuanced and layered with complexity. One such sign, which might be a bitter pill to swallow, is when the focus of your affection persistently talks about other men, be they celebrities, friends, or ex-partners. This behavior isn't just a casual conversational misstep, it's a profound indicator of where her interests truly lie, and sadly, it might not be with you. Imagine you're a sailor navigating the vast ocean, and your North Star is the affection and mutual respect in a relationship. If the conversations consistently veer towards other men, it's akin to the North Star flickering and fading, guiding you away from the tranquil harbor of mutual affection and towards the rocky shores of one-sided interest. It's a signal, clear and unambiguous, that her emotional compass might be pointing elsewhere. This realization, while undoubtedly painful, shouldn't be construed as a defeat but as a pivotal moment of clarity and self-reflection. The Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature and resilience, would perhaps advise us to confront this reality with equanimity and inner fortitude. They taught that while we cannot control external events, we can certainly govern our reactions to them. In this spirit, seeing her talk about other men not as a personal slight, but as a revelation of her true feelings can be liberating. Instead of harboring resentment or wallowing in self-pity, which are but natural first reactions, use this moment as a catalyst for personal growth and introspection. Reflect on the relationship dynamics and your own self-worth. Remember, your value does not diminish because someone fails to see it. Like a Stoic, embrace this challenge as an opportunity to fortify your character and realign your life's journey with individuals who truly appreciate and resonate with your essence. In practical terms, this might mean taking a step back, reassessing your boundaries, and perhaps, as harsh as it may sound, considering the cessation of this unfruitful pursuit, blocking her number and erasing her from your daily thoughts. As suggested in the original text might seem drastic, but sometimes creating physical and emotional distance is necessary for healing and growth. In conclusion, while the realization that someone is not into you can be a jarring experience, it also holds the potential for profound personal development and self-discovery. Embrace this moment, not with bitterness, but with the Stoic wisdom of understanding, acceptance, and the courage to move forward. Remember, every ending is but the precursor to a new beginning, and with each step you're not just moving away from something that wasn't meant to be, but also towards something that's waiting for you, just over the horizon. Let this experience refine, not define, your journey as you continue to navigate the complex yet rewarding seas of human relationships. Doesn't ask you personal questions. In the intricate dance of human connection, the signals we send and receive are often cloaked in the mystery of our intentions and desires. This delicate interplay becomes particularly pronounced in the realm of romantic interest, where the absence of curiosity can be a telling sign of disinterest. It's akin to a story where one character remains an enigma, not because the plot demands it, but because the other character simply lacks the desire to unravel the mystery. This scenario is poignantly illustrated when a woman shows no inclination to delve into the personal realm of a man's life, a clear indicator that the spark of interest is missing. The ancient Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature, remind us that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality, a sentiment by Seneca that resonates deeply in this context. It serves as a Stoic reminder that the pain of unrequited interest is often exacerbated by our own perceptions and expectations. When a woman does not ask personal questions, it's not just a lack of curiosity. It's a mirror reflecting a broader disinterest. This isn't merely about the absence of questions, it's about the absence of the desire to connect on a deeper level. In the modern courtship ritual, where social media and digital footprints offer myriad ways to discover and connect, a woman genuinely interested in a man will naturally seek to know him beyond the surface. She will navigate through his digital world, engage in conversations that seek to uncover his thoughts, his dreams, his fears, and his aspirations. However, when this curiosity is absent, and the conversation feels like a monologue rather than a dialogue, it's a stark indication that the emotional investment is one-sided. This scenario is often characterized by responses that lack depth or interest, such as the perfunctory "what about you?", which serves more as a conversational placeholder than a genuine inquiry into one's life. It's a subtle yet clear sign that the connection is superficial, lacking the depth and warmth that characterizes genuine interest. In the grand tapestry of human relationships, understanding and recognizing these signs is crucial. It allows one to navigate the complexities of romantic interest with a clear-eyed perspective, minimizing the emotional turmoil that often accompanies unrequited affection. The wisdom of the Stoics can be a guiding light in these moments, encouraging us to confront reality with resilience and to find serenity in the acceptance of things we cannot change. Moreover, this understanding prompts a reflection on the nature of our own interest and the depth of connection we seek. It challenges us to consider whether we are seeking a genuine bond that transcends the superficial, or if we are content with the ephemeral and the transient. In the modern context, where connections can be fleeting and superficial, this reflection becomes all the more pertinent. It invites us to cultivate relationships that are rooted in genuine curiosity, mutual respect, and a deep desire to understand and be understood. Thus, in the realm of romantic pursuits, the absence of personal questions can be a poignant reminder of the Stoic principle that not all that is desired is worth pursuing. It encourages us to seek connections that are enriching, that challenge us to grow, and that offer a mutual exchange of thoughts, emotions, and experiences. In doing so, we not only navigate the ebbs and flows of romantic interest with grace and resilience, but also enrich our lives with relationships that are meaningful and fulfilling. In conclusion, the absence of personal questions in the context of romantic interest is not just a sign of disinterest, it's an invitation to reflect on the nature of our connections and the depth of our emotional investments. It's a call to embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, to confront reality with courage, and to seek relationships that truly resonate with the essence of who we are. In the intricate dance of human connection, let us be guided by curiosity, genuine interest, and the Stoic wisdom that teaches us to value the depth and quality of our relationships above all. Not excited when you ask her out? In the intricate dance of human connection, the signals we send and receive are often cloaked in the subtleties of behavior and emotion. It's in these nuanced exchanges that the essence of our intentions is either revealed or concealed. When it comes to the realm of romantic interest, one sign that stands as a beacon, illuminating the path of mutual desire or signaling a detour, is the reaction elicited at the prospect of spending time together. This brings us to a pivotal moment in understanding the dynamics of interest, or the lack thereof. Imagine, if you will, the moment you gather the courage to ask someone out, a moment fraught with vulnerability and hope. The anticipation of a positive response is palpable, a silent plea for a shared excitement that mirrors your own. It's here, in this crucible of expectation, that the response you receive is more than just an answer. It's a window into the heart of the other's feelings towards you. If the lady in question harbors a genuine interest in you, her reaction will be unmistakable, a burst of enthusiasm, a glow of excitement, an eagerness that transcends the mere acceptance of an invitation. This reaction is not just about saying yes, it's about what that yes means. It's a yes that's imbued with the thrill of possibility, the anticipation of shared moments yet to come, and the joy of mutual attraction. Conversely, a response that's tepid, uncertain, or delayed speaks volumes in the language of disinterest. It's a signal, perhaps subtle but unmistakably clear, that the enthusiasm does not match your own. When her yes comes with hesitation, or her excitement is conspicuously absent, it's a moment to pause and reflect. This lack of enthusiasm could stem from a myriad of reasons, none of which bode well for the hopeful suitor. It might be that she's grappling with how to let you down gently, avoiding a direct no in an attempt to spare feelings. Alternatively, her motivations might be driven by convenience or material gain rather than a genuine interest in you as a person. In these scenarios, the outcome is often a journey that ends in disappointment, leaving one to ponder the missed signs along the way. The Stoic philosophers, with their profound understanding of human nature and the complexities of emotions, offer a lens through which to view these moments of interaction. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor and philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In the context of discerning romantic interest, this wisdom encourages a reflection on our perceptions and the reality of our interactions. It invites us to consider not just the words spoken, but the unspoken emotions and intentions behind them. It's a reminder that in the pursuit of connection, the quality of our observations and the clarity of our understanding can guide us towards decisions that align with our well-being and true desires. In navigating the waters of romantic interest, it's essential to listen not only to the words, but to the symphony of nonverbal cues that accompany them. The excitement or lack thereof in response to an invitation to spend time together is a powerful indicator of the true nature of one's interest. It's a moment that calls for honesty, both with oneself and with the other person involved. For in the end, a relationship built on mutual enthusiasm and genuine interest is a journey of shared joy and discovery. It's a path that, when chosen wisely, leads to a connection that is both fulfilling and enriching. Echoing the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with the essence of our nature and the realities of our interactions with others. In this light, the moment of asking and the response received is not just a simple exchange. It's a profound interaction that holds the potential to guide us towards relationships that are meaningful, authentic, and aligned with our deepest values. It's an opportunity to practice the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, as we navigate the complexities of human connections with a clear mind and a resilient spirit. She wants to meet halfway for the date. In the intricate dance of modern dating, understanding the subtle cues can be as challenging as navigating a ship through stormy seas. One such nuanced signal is when a woman suggests meeting halfway for a date. This gesture, seemingly considerate, might harbor deeper implications about her interest level. In the realm of romantic pursuits, effort and willingness to invest time and resources often mirror the depth of one's interest. Woman, blessed with an abundance of choices in the dating sphere, engage in a silent yet profound evaluation, placing potential partners on an invisible scale of preference. The notion of meeting halfway, geographically speaking, serves as a litmus test for this evaluation. If a woman insists on this arrangement because you're unwilling to bridge the geographical gap entirely, it might be a subtle indication that her interest wanes. This is not to undermine the value of compromise or mutual effort in a relationship, but to highlight a potential mismatch in enthusiasm and investment. The ancient Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature, remind us that We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. A quote by Seneca that resonates deeply in this context. It's crucial to discern between genuine logistical challenges and a lack of willingness to invest in the budding relationship. In the grand tapestry of dating where choices abound, a woman's decision to meet halfway can be a calculated one, reflecting her assessment of you against her other options. If you find yourself not being the one she's willing to go the extra mile for, it might be a sign that you're not her top choice. This realization, though potentially bruising to the ego, is invaluable. It serves as a compass, guiding you away from emotional investments that might not yield the desired return. The high-value individual in her eyes is someone for whom she would willingly undertake a journey of significant effort, perhaps even crossing national borders. This scenario underscores a broader principle in human relationships. The allocation of our resources, time, energy, emotional investment, reflects our priorities and affections. When someone is truly captivated, obstacles transform into adventures, distances become mere details, and resources are joyfully allocated. The reluctance to invest in these ways, therefore, can be a telling sign of where one stands in another's heart. In the modern dating landscape, where the lines between interest and disinterest are often blurred by digital communication and societal expectations, understanding these subtle cues becomes paramount. It's an invitation to look beyond the surface, to question not just the what but the why of actions and suggestions. This insight, while it may sting, also empowers. It offers a clear directive to invest where the returns, emotional, psychological, and relational, are mutual and fulfilling. Moreover, this situation calls for a Stoic reflection on our own worth and the nature of our attachments. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In the context of unrequited interest, this wisdom encourages a shift in focus from external validation to internal resilience. It invites a reassessment of self-worth that isn't tethered to the whims of others' interest but rooted in self-respect and the pursuit of relationships that are truly reciprocal. In conclusion, the act of suggesting to meet halfway for a date, while seemingly innocuous, can be a revelatory moment in the early stages of dating. It offers a glimpse into the dynamics of interest and investment, serving as a guidepost for where one might stand in the hierarchy of another's affections. This realization, though it may carry the sting of disappointment, also carries the seeds of empowerment. It beckons a return to Stoic principles of self-awareness, resilience, and the pursuit of relationships that enrich rather than diminish. In the modern quest for connection, these insights are not just valuable, they are essential, guiding us toward choices that honor our worth and foster genuine connections. She never wants to be alone with you. Imagine you've taken an interest in someone and you're eager to spend time with them, to get to know them on a deeper level. However, every time you propose an idea for just the two of you, there's a pivot, a suggestion that perhaps a group setting might be more enjoyable. This isn't just about preferring the company of friends. It's a sign, a subtle indication that she might not be as into you as you are into her. It's a moment of realization that, while it might sting, is crucial for personal growth. This scenario is reminiscent of the ancient Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, a technique where one visualizes potential negative outcomes to prepare oneself emotionally and mentally. The Stoics believed in facing realities head-on, understanding that not every endeavor would lead to success, and that resilience in the face of rejection was a virtue. When she consistently avoids being alone with you, preferring the buffer of friends, it's not just a matter of social preference, but a signal of her comfort levels and interest. It's akin to the allegory of the unyielding tree and the adaptable reed. The tree stands tall, rigid and unyielding, while the reed bends in the wind. In relationships, being like the reed, flexible, understanding, and resilient, can help us navigate the complexities of human emotions and connections. It's about recognizing when to stand firm and when to let go, understanding that the essence of Stoicism lies in controlling our reactions, not the actions of others. This realization, though it may hurt, is not the end but a beginning, a step toward self-improvement and emotional maturity. It's an opportunity to reflect on what truly matters, our response to the situation. Instead of dwelling on the rejection, we can choose to see it as a lesson in understanding human behavior and our emotional resilience. It's a chance to grow, to refine our approach to relationships, and to cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. In conclusion, the lesson here is not just about recognizing when someone is not into you, but about how you respond to that realization. It's an invitation to practice emotional intelligence, to reflect on your own values and how they align with your actions. Remember, the goal is not to change the other person's feelings, but to understand and accept them, moving forward with grace and resilience. This is the essence of Stoicism, finding strength in adversity, wisdom in rejection, and ultimately peace within ourselves. As we navigate the ebbs and flows of relationships, let us strive to be like the reed, flexible, resilient, and ever-growing, no matter the direction of the wind. Personal space. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking." This wisdom resonates profoundly when deciphering the signals of romantic interest, urging us to look inward and recognize the truths that lie in the actions and spaces between us. Personal space, a domain as personal and inviolable as the inner sanctum of our thoughts, serves as a critical barometer in the realm of romantic pursuit. Women, in the grand tapestry of human emotion and connection, often express their comfort and attraction through the allowance of proximity. This is not merely a matter of physical closeness, but a testament to the trust and interest they harbor. Conversely, when a woman recoils from or meticulously maintains her personal space around a man, it is a clear, albeit silent, declaration of her disinterest. This reaction is not rooted in disdain, but in a fundamental human instinct to protect one's personal sanctuary from unwelcome intrusion. The concept of personal space is akin to an unspoken, invisible barrier that each of us carries, a shield that guards the sanctity of our individuality and comfort. When someone we are fond of breaches this space, it can be exhilarating, a sign of mutual trust and interest. However, when this boundary is crossed uninvited, it can evoke feelings of discomfort, disrespect, or even violation. This distinction is crucial in understanding the dynamics of attraction and disinterest. It is a reminder that, in the pursuit of connection, respect for personal boundaries is paramount. In the context of modern relationships, where digital communication often precedes personal interaction, the importance of recognizing and respecting personal space has only amplified. It serves as a tangible measure of interest and comfort, a guidepost in the often murky waters of romantic pursuit. The ability to read and honor these boundaries not only reflects one's respect for the other person, but also signifies a deeper understanding of human connection and the nuances that define it. Thus, when navigating the complex realms of attraction and romantic interest, it is essential to remain attuned to the signals conveyed through personal space. This awareness, coupled with the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, can guide us in understanding not only the nature of our relationships, but also the deeper aspects of our own character and how we interact with the world around us. In recognizing and respecting the personal space of others, we not only honor their comfort and autonomy, but also cultivate a foundation of trust and respect that is essential for any meaningful connection. In conclusion, the dance of attraction and the signals that guide it, such as the respect for personal space, are reflections of deeper truths about human nature and the connections that bind us. By observing these cues with empathy and understanding, and by integrating the timeless wisdom of Stoicism into our approach to relationships, we can navigate the complexities of human connection with grace and respect. It is in the mindful observation of these unspoken boundaries that we find the keys to building meaningful, respectful, and lasting relationships, echoing the Stoic belief that happiness and harmony begin within the confines of our own minds and the spaces we choose to share or protect from those around us. As we wrap up today's exploration into the subtle and sometimes not so subtle signs that she's just not that into you, it's crucial to remember that self-respect and understanding these cues can save you not only heartache, but also precious time. Time that could be spent on someone who truly appreciates and reciprocates your feelings. If today's video has enlightened you, sparked curiosity, or even offered a moment of clarity, then don't hesitate to engage with us further. Like this video if it resonated with you, share it with friends who might benefit from this insight, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life to join our growing community. Your engagement helps us reach and assist more individuals navigating the complexities of relationships with Stoic wisdom. And remember, turning on notifications ensures you never miss our upcoming videos, where we'll continue to dive deep into the principles of Stoicism applied to modern life and relationships. Your journey towards a more stoic, resilient spirit in the face of life's challenges is just beginning, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and until next time, embrace the Stoic path to personal growth and emotional resilience.